Yeah, good afternoon, students. Today, I'm going to teach you the one of the important paper in PG Diploma course Financial Management, that is Management Control Systems. So this is one of the very important paper, how this management will control entire organization system in detailed way. Okay, so here you can see that the first page of our book, it consists of management control system. It's cover the technological parts, the structure of the organizations, and what are the strategies adopted by these various organizations. Where are the managements uh, implemented the strategies, and challenges in startups. Whoever these new innovations and entrepreneurship is coming, new unicorns are coming. What are the challenges are facing this existing entrepreneurs? Or what are the changes required in the thought process of management, and this environmental factor also, how these management will control entire organizations. Okay, so let us go through with our syllabus parts. So as usual, our total paper management control system consists of 5 blocks into 15 chapters. Okay, 15 units, 5 blocks. The first block, we have covered its management control system as a conceptual framework. It's a theoretical framework, how this management control system functions. What are all are discussing the unit number one. The unit number two, we are going to discuss the designing of management control system. How this management control system is designed according to the organization structure, according to strategies level. Like various organizations have various kinds of management systems are there, depending upon their size, depending upon the business process, depending upon their activities, depending upon their process, like different activities, designs are different for different kind of firms, right? And block number two, we are going to discuss the structural framework of management and control system, and we are going to cover responsibility centers and how to fix the responsibility of each level, and expenses center. Why it's expenses nothing but we need to determine the expenses center where the expenses are very high. Every management wants to control the cost. How do they control the cost? The cost can be controlled through identification of their center where the cost is incurred. So third part we are going to discuss in detail in block number unit number 4. Coming to unit number 5, so we covered a revenue center, a revenue and profit center. So wherever this revenue profit center is a parameter for success and management. So which firm, which division or which branch, which unit are providing higher profit there because of their performance. Let's take an example of what we call in Hyderabad, Starbucks unit. Starbucks is a one of these world famous coffee beverage firm. So it's tied with Tata's Starbucks. See, they want to in Hyderabad. Suppose they have a 10 outlets are there. Out of 10 outlet, which outlet are giving this higher profit, or it is called a revenue center, revenue to identify this. Coming to third block, transfer pricing and controlling, pricing and controlling. So where the firm can investment center, and transferring pricing and control, how this management will taking the appropriate investment centers. These centers are giving the higher ROI, return on investments. The transfer pricing mala also transfer pricing and control also is one of the various important function of this management. So management control process, how this management will control this entire the organization process. First thing is we covered under unit number 8, planning and budgeting. So before starting any activity, they are preparing some budgets or some programs. Budget nothing but in estimations. Based on the estimations, they will they will compare budgeted figure to actual figures, then they will get variances. Why variances are there? Suppose a firm, the fixed target is every firm, every day they require at least the sales is 1 lakh rupees, right? That will fix in the prior starting a financial year. So once the financial started after 1 month, the firm can compare actual sales and projected sales. If the both are 1 lakh, there is no the firm is performing up to the mark. Suppose if the sales are more than 1 lakh rupees, nothing but the firm is performing very well at the higher this benchmark. For example, if the sales are less than 1 lakh rupees, they need to go for variance. Why these variance happening? What are the reasons? Are like the firm, the management are going for controlling through the realizing the variance analysis reports. Then evaluation of performance, how the performance are evaluated, various methods are there to evaluating the performance of the firms. If the performance is good, it going to implement, continue the strategy, whatever the present strategies are, will continue. If the performance is not up to the mark, the firm has to change their strategy, change their size of their structure. They need to go for other products, other kind of services, or they're going to introduce new technologies. Like they need to update, they need to change the strategies, they need to upgrade their business model. Like they need to introduce a new, like various changes as required if the performance is not up to the mark of the firm. If the overperformance, it's well and good. There is no issue, right? Like the firm can, the management always focusing on evaluating the performance, certain duration. Some firms maybe weekly performance or half-yearly performance, or say that monthly performance evaluation, sometimes quarterly evaluation. See that every firm has to, no, as per SEBI regulations, all registered firms has to analyze their performance quarterly basis, right? Then the management will conduct audits. Whatever the transactions happening in the firm, the management also conduct the audit and they verify it, how the firm is moving, right? They are decided the firm's how the firm is moving, right? So like it is a part of internal audit, how this anything goes wrong, like so implementing these four major controlling process, the management will control this system. Then after this block number 4, now we are going to in slight discussion on special applications on management control techniques, like management control in multinational companies, MNC companies. Why? Because these the firms are operating their activities more than 2 or 3 countries. Uh, See that their uh, culture is different, employee behavior is different, and see that these attitudes of customers are different. Like the process is entire different. What we call uh, culture is also different, very important. The process is different, and how the management control in multinational companies. Just you can see the example of Amazon, how this Amazon will perform in our India and Amazon performing in US. If we control US logistics as well as our logistics, Indian logistics are different. The cycle is different. Like like the multinational companies, management control of a project and multi-project organization, how these multi-projects also there, and management control system in service organizations is a service organization profit oriented organizations, how the management will control its operations and what kind of system they are going to introduce to controlling this management. The management control is also lost unit. Management control in non-profit organizations means there is no profit organization, only service. How this management control system will helps to this non-profit organization also to control their management. Okay, let's start with chapter 1, unit 1, the management control system, its conceptual work in detail. Okay, so like our block number 1 consists of 2 units. The first unit is management control system, its conceptual framework. So in this unit, we are going to discuss in see that management control system, its meaning, futures, needs, and what are the functions of management control system, what is the boundaries of management control system, organizations of MCS, and a paradigm of control, strategic planning, types of MCS, a subsystem of components of MCS and key collaborate variables and impact of internet on management control system and domain management control system, how it is impacted management control system. It's our introduction part. So management is the role of management organization is plan, integration, and interrelated various organization activities to achieve this organizational goal. Organizational goal, nothing but the firm has performed well and see the market leader, giving the good profits, providing good quality product to customers. They need to create a brand. So like the various organization objectives are there, right? So to reach the organizational goals, the management control system theory is very useful to integrate various tools, nothing but organizing, expansion, understanding, and jargon concept of performance measurement. So how to measure the performance, right? So management control system generally consists of all organizational structures and processes, subsystems, design, elicit all these of this organization. However, the nature of management system is considered with the three different words. The three different words are nothing but the word of management and control and system. Right. So let's the relationship between planning and controlling functions, strategic planning and control and types of controls. At the end, that will know all this. So management control system is a system. It can be described as a series of steps or nothing but phases, consist of input phase, processing phase, and output phase, like three phases. Input phase, initial phase, processing phase, and output phase. Right? So a control system adds its measurements, analyze, analysis, and reporting phases also to the system. So accounting method, most of probably we follow this accounting method of an implementing and evaluating the part of management control system, like audit process, all such as, right? So the features of a management control system, the nature of decisions. So every firm has to take various kind of decisions, right? So like the management is the highest body to take its decision making process. So they need to take a decision and they need to go for implementing various strategies. Which strategy, right? Silly that management control decisions also take into account quantity and qualified resource available. So whatever the resource available, both qualitative or quantitative, that will also considered before take these decisions. And also see that the manager should also able to implement these activities that are best in their suitable in the business units, right? So according to whatever the resources available within the management has to take decisions, right? For instance, the employee need time to adopt the new technology. Sometimes employees are naturally resist to change. Why? Because if the new technology introduced, naturally feel that they are going to be they are going to be removed or they are going to be get a less salaries. If the technology is introduced more now, every firm the world is waiting for the impact of AI, artificial intelligence, is also in their all kind of business organizations. Systematic and remediative decisions. So decisions in management control system process consist of the systematic, right? So according to the strategies and procedures laid down by the top management of the firm, the plans developed and unit must be encompassed, the whole organizations will applicable. So like operations and distribution should be balanced both of sales program. Right? They need to maintain this bottom level to top level implementation of strategy implementation tool. So management control system is also playing an important role to implementing these strategies. So various strategies are the firm has its own, like they need to implement which strategy and which time and which process and see the organizational structures are human resource management, cultural and effective execution of if the strategy is good, but the problem is implementation stage. Right. If strategy is worst, but the implementation is good, right? The timing is also very important. And see that the impact of human resources, impact of these other factors also will see this there. So what is the need for the management control system? So management control system is very most important required to achieve the organizational goals. As earlier also I told you, to achieve its organizational goals, right? And why this management control system to change your methods of exercising and you find that it works. So we can sudden see that way, employees is bad, who, and see this the problem of fixing these salaries, compensation, like various uh, systems are there, various methods are there, right? The purpose of the management control system are very clearly communicate organizational goals. Ensure that the management employees understand the specific action required to them to achieve these organizational goals. So communicate results also. If you do that, if the employees are doing this work, they will get this kind of incentives or growth of the firm, or they will get a good pay, or they will be getting if they reach a target, they will become a occupy a good position. So like various targets. The individual targets are nothing but its organizational goal, right? Every organization has to perform well. They need to increase the market share. They want a market leader, right? And they want to build a good brand. Everyone knows the brand, like, right? They need to grown up both top level performance as well as down level performance also. Bottom line performance, what we call bottom line. So functions of management control system, it consists of see that elements of control system, the elements detector of a sensor, an accessor, effector, and communicating network is all various kind of controlling systems. Right? The system is set of interacting or interdependent entities, the real or abstract, and forming an integration as a whole. The concept of integrated whole. See this, the integrated is important. Why? Because in an organization, various departments are there. The functions are also very different. We can see that the uh, production department and manpower department and sales department and other logistics also. The firm has to integrate properly. They need to develop one system. It covered all kind of. There is no overlapping, and see that there's no duplication of work, right? So like the scientific research field is engaged in the study. The general property system include systems, system theory, system science, and systematic, right? So management control system versus the simple control process. So simple control process, see that just we go and giving we want test our body temperature. What we can do is just we'll go and take this. No, they will test and say that this is a simple control process. So it's a over blood pressure, under blood pressure. It's any disease. Say that you can easily control. But in a management system is a different. So management control system coordinate all among individuals. The individuals may be departments or human individual departments or say it will call as a each employee. An organization consists of separate parts. Management control system ensure each part work in harmony with the with others with others with others. Kalyan, hello, yeah, Kalyan, hello. I'm
Sir.
audible, Kalyan.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. So, like, what are the boundaries of management control system? Right? So they need to fix their own boundaries, right? So management control all activities, the firm, like planning what the organization should do, what they not do, right? So the planning is also up to certain level. The firm can say that the present turnover is 100 crores. They can't fix for 50,000 crores for next to 5 years. No, it's not possible. They can plan according to this firm requirement. The planning is also at least reachable, right? At least reachable. They can't fix a target 100 crores turnover to 50,000 crores turnover. It's not possible, very short period. Coordinate, coordinating all the activities of several parts of the organizations. As earlier I told you, there is a coordination required for each uh, part. Like in an organization, there are various kind of departments are there. See, sales department, human resource development, logistics department, staff, and procurement department is there. Like so, various departments are coordination is also very most important. The communicating information, what kind of system the company may follow? Is a one-way communication, two-way communication? How the communication will flow? What is is communication verification stage? Right? See, and the firm has to fix formulating various strategies. Right? We see the strategies are different for the strategies different for the sales department, and strategy different for this procurement department, strategy different for HR department, strategy different for logistics department. So HR is, strategy is different for operational department. Like various departments have, they need to have different kind of strategies. We can't see that one strategy for all the departments. Like the functions are different for each department. So management control system, management is also control the entire system and control task control. Right? Sometimes the firm has to control task also. So effective and efficient performance of individual tasks, evaluating information. At the end or at the month, there the company has to evaluate the performance. So they decided the individual has to, for example, salesperson. The salesperson, the fixed target is they need to at least 1 month sale is 1 lakh rupees. If more than 1 lakh rupees, the firm is very happy with the performance of the salesperson. If the sales are not less, up to the mark is 80,000 or 70,000, last 3 months consecuting 70, 70, 70, see that the firm has to take some correction. Why these sales are 70,000, particular person, other persons are above 1 lakh rupees. Either problem with the firm, with the behavior of this customer, or with the performance of the employee. Like the firm has to know these reasons. Deciding what, if any, action should be taken. So influencing people to change their behavior. So see the most of the multinational companies, they are controlling the entire farm to influencing this, implementing the management control system. So let us see the example of this. In India, we see that Adani groups, Tata's groups. In Tata, so there are multiple business processes are there. They are producing Tata Gluco beverages to world richest car. They're producing multiple products. How they control, right? You can see this, take an example of Reliance Industries Limited. So like Reliance, the various products are there, various services are there. How they control, the management will fix appropriate controlling method to control the organizations. Yeah. Confirmation, the budget plans based on circulation believed to exist the time where the firm is formulated. So organizational, the goal concurrence is also required. Every firm has its own goal. The car manufacturer might identify the mission, increasing the market share and making good profit. Right? Every firm, they want to get good profits. So they want to get profit for entire, like, the firm has established for not 1 or 2 year purpose. The firm is running more than 100 years. So you can see the Tatas. They started in their business in 1907, started with the Tata Steels. Now we can see that uh, n number of business processes are there. We can see that Hindustan Unilever, right? Unilever firm. See, the products are all no, without no store we can't see, no shop we can't see without this Unilever products, right? See that this what we call ITC. So ITC basically what we call is a cigarette company. And initially they started cigarettes. Then now they entered in multiple business cycles. Apsara Pencil, Ashirwad Atta, right? Sunfit Biscuits. Now hotel industry have they entered. So like they want to go market share increase. So implementation of strategy, the firm has to implement their strategies. Right? The people naturally resisted the change. The slowly if they adopted and the companies implemented this, then only the company may not be survived. The financial and non-financial emphasize. Sometimes the financial and non-financial is very important. The financials are we measured in terms of net profit, return on equity, return on investments, but non-profit, non-financial emphasis also the customer aspects. We company has to produce the good quality products. the firm has to build a brand, right? The firm has to build a brand, and the firm has to see that Asian Paints, their Asian Paint is they are selling the product is higher price. Still, the market share is more than 50%. Asian Paints, and the market share is good, and they're providing good quality products, and the customers are very happy. And the time, if it is Amazon, why it's only one Amazon? They're providing their on-time delivery and employee morale. So, like the non is also very most important. So, how to build a brand, right? Once you can build a brand, naturally the market share increases. If you build a brand, the customers are satisfied. Why? Because they believe that. Now, why the people are believe color? Why the people believe this? Tata is a big brand, right? Why Tata is a big brand?
Trusted, sir. Main product quality and
Product quality, right? See, because of this brand, they entered multiple Tanishq in their hands, right? Starbucks in their hands, Tata Gluco, like they entered multiple business cycle, business organization because of the India has na, well, not the brand is Tata's. See these Aditya Birlas, Mahindras, right? Like, see why only one Google in India, worldwide only one Google, Kalyan? Why not other Google? Only one Facebook, only one Twitter. See, only one Apple. Why not other apples? Kalyan?
maybe other products are there similarly, but they given just in the product whatever it is, quality and assurance, anything.
Right. So it's not 1 day to 2 days they created a brand. It takes some time to create a brand, right?
Uh,
And is new player entered the market. It's not that much easy to create a brand. So if you entered early stage, there is a possible to create a brand as well as possible. If the new player entered with a similar kind of product for Apple, so the customer will compare the existing product, new product. So the new firm has to give the more features compared to Apple, and see that they need to compromise the pricing. They need to provide good quality. Everything is compared. So if initial stage, you get an advantage, right? And aid in developing new strategies. So the business is a very dynamic process. Various factors are influencing business organizations. Even management also see that in their family business, if the brothers are distributed, the family is also giant family, there is a issue who will be this company chairperson, and see that if you distribute the process is also a big issue. We have seen a good history of Reliance Industries Limited, Anil Ambani and Mukesh Ambani, what happened? That is, even their present recent crisis, Rupa Baniya, there is an issue in their family members. Like, right, that's also influencing how the management function. So, aid in developing a new strategies according to the changes environment, according to customer preferences, according to new strategies. If the government change, the firm has to change these priorities also. But because the management 360 degree, they can think in 360 level. Relationship between planning and control functions. So each activity involves both planning and controlling. So it emphasizes various types of activities. The planning process must more important and in formulating various strategies. The control process is also most important to task control and planning control. Both are very most important in management aspects. So organizations of management control system, see this organization structure is the most important thing is organization structure. Some organizations are very small, some organizations are very big, right? So this is very small business concern. So only like 50 employees are bottom level, 5 employees are mid level, and one is top level. So this is very small firm. The total manpower is 56 employees are working with, including the top management. Is a nothing but is a uh, very limited transactions, very limited capital. Whereas on other side, the lakhs of employees is working. So here CEO, CFO, company promoters, and middle level management, top level management, Here you can see that 1 lakh, here is 5,000, here is the one top management is 20 or 30, right? Why? Because the firm size also important to decide the companies how uh, they can implement in the strategies, management control system. So if the bigger firm, they can implement good management control systems. Why? Because the size is very huge. They can introduce new technology, right? The market is very high, and very small firms see that it is different for size, sites, department, work group, works groups, and single people. So, like it's differ for the management kind of system. We can't say that all are implementing same strategies or same system. Why? Because the size is different, the process is different, functions are different. So one department is only five departments. One firm has a five departments. Another firm is 50 departments. Another firm is 500 departments. So like, so we can't compare same in see this online delivery and Flipkart and Amazon. So both are providing same service, but still the size is different, right? Am I right, Kalyan?
Yes, sir.
Flipkart, Amazon, both are same, providing services same, but the size of the firm is different in terms of this, uh, in terms of service providing, in terms of per hour, per minute, how many orders they are getting, what is the distribution level, technological part is different, right?
Yes, sir.
And thing is management, human resource management. So human resource management is also uh, very difficult task to managing the human resources. Right? It's a very see, we can easily manage the technology, but very difficult to manage the human resources. Right? So human resources are very important. We can't store the human resources, right? And see, human resources is also employing the employees, developing their resources, utilizing the resources, maintaining and compensating their services in tune with job and organization requirements. Right? The firm has to do this, selecting the proper employees, and once you selection, the firm has to give this training and evaluate the performance. If the performance good, the firm has to give these promotions. And the performance is not up to the mark, the firm has to terminate the employees, all under of human resource management. Next one is organizational culture. So organizational culture is very most important factor. Nowadays, in multinational companies, various cultural aspects are there. Different kind of food habits, different kind of lifestyle, different kind of languages, different kind of festivals. Right? See this how these organization can uh, uh, create a common strategy for different cultural people working within the organizations, right? Some standards are acceptable, some standards are unacceptable of their employee behavior. After few months, the most employees understand their organizational culture, right? And organizational climate, the firm has to climate, if the friendly climate, the employee can happy with this organization, and uh, they will spend more time. They will what we call they give good performance if the climate organization climate is good. So if the organization climate is not up to the mark, the firm is pay higher salary, higher incentives, everything is high, but if the organization climate is up to the mark, there is a problem. If the organization climate is good, the firm create more innovations will happen within this organization climate. You can see the example of Google. So Google is a benchmark in world all IT organizations. Their organization climate is very employee friendly. Like now, employee friendly. Now they can, as a woman employee, they can go with alone their 1 month kid, 3 months kid. They have a very good facilities. That within the organization, there is a gym. All kind of facilities are within the organizations. See the one example is we will talk about example of Google, the flexibility of timing, flexibility of work hours. So it's also one of the important factor of organizational climate, appreciation and recognition of the. So if this employee performs well, the firm has to appreciate him and recognize him, and firm has give us some incentives or promotion. or one appreciation certificate is also enough sometimes. Concern of employee well-being, providing good health employees, and learning and development is also very most important. Every organization has to give this learning and development of employees. They need to update employees. If the employee is updated, naturally it will deliver better to the organization only. The citizens and ethics, the quality performance, involvement of empowerment is also there, and leadership is also one of these organizational climate is playing a very important role. Then interactive controls, how to interactive controls, strategies, planning, and formulation. What to do, we do, what do we do, for whom do we do it. So, like various systems are there. Then task control, how this controlling the task also various aspects level. So, uh, paradigm shift, the first paradigm shift is how to one move to another move. Second is how to control. The second one is corporate governance strategies, the board level and management control system, senior level and processes, supervisor level. And third one is the it deals with coordinating control system with self-controlling uh, de- uh, and designing and implementing strategies. So it's a lower level. Fourth, right, like the fourth and single approach, dual approach, right? Strategy planning. The strategy planning is also important, how the strategies will be implemented. So strategy planning will occur at top level, and it will follow top level to no, implement in the top level, create these strategies, and middle level implemented the followers are down level, the bottom level are employees of the organization. So task control at the lowest level in the organization, management control is between. Am I audible, Kalyan? Is any disturbance are there in my voice? Hello?
No, no, sir.
Any disturbance are there?
No, sir. You're audible.
Okay, okay. So like now there is a event is going on in my college. I think it's a fresher party, something like this. Okay. Strategic planning and how the strategies are formulated. The strategies are also formulated well in advance, and these are also help to the firm to create a friendly environment within the organizations, and the formulations also up to this implementation level also. So if the strategy is good, but the problem is the formulation, problem is also implementation. There is a big issue, right? So a firm has to create the strategies and also the possibility of implementation, right? If there is no possibility implementation, there is no meaning of creation of a formulation of these strategies. So strategy formulation is also essential for unsystematic, right? Wherever the threat is perceived or when a new idea surface, strategic formulation like take place. Like so, types of management control system, a formal control system like inputs, process, and outputs. Right? This is a very traditional formal control system. So, what is the input? So, what is the process? What is the output? This is a traditional way of control system. But informal control system is also very important. Self control of the employees and self social control, cultural control, right? So, according to Williams, G. Watch, culture is the border value of normative pattern that guide works behavior within this entire organizations. So, like and subsystem and components of management control system are formal planning processes, formal reporting process also in their formal processing system. So, informal process system management decisions based on the informal process is also very most important. The firm has to manage both formal control and informal control also. Okay, so what are the key variables, key controllable variables within the management control system? So the every firm has to R&D research and development department. Like we'll see that the important pharma firm. Correct? Is okay? Any disturbance are there?
Some
Hello?
noises, some noises are coming.
Noise is good.
A little bit noises are coming.
I think there is a program is going on. The freshers part is going on.
Yes.
Uh, Now I'll stop here. We'll continue Kalyan tomorrow.
Okay,
It's
sir.
better.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much.